to the Louie Bellina Show Tuesday. The Louie Bellina Show presented by CC Electric. I'm going to tell you, it's a very maroon and white day here on the Louie Bellina Show. At 11:20, Logan Lee will join me inside the Charles Schwab studio. Buckyball, the final 2 weeks. Buckyball, the push to the tournament. Was that pretty dramatic? It felt like it. But we'll talk about the final push, the final stretch of the regular season, and where the Aggies sit. I can tell you this. According to Joe Lunardi, bracketology expert, ESPN, the Aggies sit as the 9 seed. That's as of this morning. The Aggies are not bubbly. They're not last 4 buys. They're not last 4 in. The Aggies are just in the NCAA tournament. Logan Lee, former player at A&M, former coach at A&M in Kentucky. Logan Lee will join me 11:20. At 12 o'clock, straight up, we stay maroon and white. I had a serious, and it almost hurt too, Aggie football think last night. So far, almost 2 months into the year 2026, to be fair, most of the early Aggie football thoughts are basic. We don't have a lot of new data points. Marcel Reed X, Aggie O-line Y. Man, some of these transfers that Elko got Z. But I had a serious think last night, maybe for the first time. So how about you and I talk a little Aggie football, 12 noon and more, heavy maroon and white notebook in the lunch hour and lunchtime, thanks to Rudy's Barbecue. 12:35, a listen in, Bucky McMillan, an Arkansas preview. Yesterday was the media day. Bucky's a great listen in, is he not? I think the answer to that is an easy yes. At 1:00:00, Olin Buchanan of Texags will join me on the D4 Land Services Hotline. You know, we didn't get to talk to Olin last week. He had to work, and I'm like, what? You work? I thought you just did radio shows. Every morning, he's on the Go Hour with David Nuno, Texags Live, 8 to 9. He's on the Louie Bellina Show. I just look up, I hear him cracking wise and sharing wisdom. He actually works for Texags, and that blew my mind. It's kind of funny. Normally, Olin joins me here inside the Charles Schwab studio, 1 o'clock each Tuesday, but the entire Texags crew, David, Billy, Nick, Olin, they're traveling to Indy for the Combine. I think that's really awesome. That's going to be cool Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Olin is trapped at the airport, and I remember when he talked about this, he's got 2 hours to kill or something, and he's like, man, I'll gladly do your show from the airport if you don't mind the phone. I'm like, why would I mind the phone? Any day you get to hang out with Olin is a great day, in my opinion. So, Olin Buchanan on the D4 Land Services Hotline, live from the airport. That's awesome. Today's Tuesday. True. Tuesday's 150 Community Spotlight. Today is the Brazos Valley Food Bank. And the Community Spotlight, every Tuesday at 150, I visit with these different nonprofits like Twin City Mission, Aggieland Humane Society, United Way of the Brazos Valley, and today is the Brazos Valley Food Bank. We hear their mission. We hear what they have coming up. And sometimes it's a way for you to get involved, volunteer, donate more. And other times it's how people can learn to get help, whether it's for you or someone you know. Community Spotlight every Tuesday at 150. And today it is the Brazos Valley Food Bank. So that's the blueprint. Pretty awesome if you ask me. I love Tuesdays. At any time today, you could text me. You could text Logan. You could text Olin. Questions, comments, opinions. Text 979-693-1150. 979-693-1150. You'll hit send. At some point you win. I hope. And I'll see what's up inside the Texas Mobile One Lube Express inbox. That's where all the text messages gather Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Texas Mobile One Lube Express, where they say be good to your car, and your car will be good to you. Texas Mobile One Lube Express. We begin maroon and white. Aggie Baseball back in action midweek. Lamar 6 o'clock Bluebell Olsen. You'll hear that game right here on the Zone, 1150 AM, 93.7 FM. You can hear it on the Zone app. It's a free app everywhere you get your apps. You can also listen at radioaggieland.com, and you could tell Alexa, play Zone 1150. The Aggies will try and remain El Perfecto on the season. Aggies ranked number 23 in D1 baseball. A little game note I came across, something that I did not know. Terrence Keel II has hit safely in all 7 games. 440 batting average, leading the Aggie offense. He's off to an amazing start. Couple of things that you might want to know. Tonight, for the Lamar midweek 6 o'clock game, is a BOGO offer. Buy one, get one BOGO offer. If you purchase one full general admission ticket, you can get an additional general admission ticket for free. Buy one, get one free for tonight's game. Also, tonight is a 12th Man Rewards giveaway. If you're one of the first 150 fans to check in with a 12th Man Rewards card, or they're not cards anymore, but you check in with your 12th Man Rewards, you can get a free Texas A&M cowboy hat. Tonight is like Aggie Rodeo night, and the Aggie Rodeo team is going to be out there. And once you enter, you could stop by the plaza. Wait, the plaza's outside, my bad. But you could stop by, you'll see the Aggie Rodeo team, and there's going to be pregame activities, and you could say hi to them too. But the first 150 fans that check in with 12th Man Rewards get a free Texas A&M cowboy hat. I love promotions. I remember being a wee lad going to Astros games at the Astrodome, and it was always such a treat to get your free promotional item giveaway. And, over the years, MLB, the promotional item giveaways have really evolved for adults more than kids. And when I was a kid, and maybe because when I was a kid, I had no clue, I had no idea what was going on. And, obviously my dad, we got tickets. It was always kid giveaways. And then I get older and I only go to adult giveaways. So my perspective is garbage on this. That's fine. But as a kid, you got the little mini bat, the fake ball, whatever. It seemed like the most incredible, valuable, awesomest thing in the world. I could tell you that. Loved them to death. It was so cool getting your Astro, mascot. But then you got into the bobblehead things, and they turn into a bloodbath. People get in line. People get ugly. The bigger promotions, they're way cooler. They're actually collectible. The old promotional stuff wasn't collectible. It was just fun to get at the game. But the holy cow, people are going to line up and threaten you kind of collectible stuff is not as much fun. That makes sense. And the other thing is, and I know this is Lou being nitpicky, but it's the first 150 fans. Aggie Baseball draw is 5K, 6K, probably not for a midweek. What do you think they'll be tonight? 3K? And it's 150 hats for 3,000 people. The ratio seems off to me. How about 1,000 hats for 3,000 people? So every 1 in 3 gets a hat, but 150 hats? Did they leave a zero off of this press release? It doesn't seem like a lot of hats. Because everybody, and I mean everybody, would want an Aggie Cowboy hat. But 150 for midweek, 3K, seems to me a little bit lowish. Yeah. Back to the game itself. A&M's throwing Gavin Lyons again. Lamar is TBD. Lamar's going to enter the game with a record of 5-3. They've won both their weekend series. They played Oakland and did not finish the sweep on the opening weekend. They lost 3-2-10 on the Sunday. This past weekend, they were at UT Arlington, lost the Friday, and was able to win the series on Saturday, Sunday. They lost midweek last week at Texas, got run ruled 14-4 in 7, and now they're at Texas A&M. And my general expectation of Lamar, nice team, pretty good team, should not be a threat to you if you're the team you think you are, but never a team you should sleep on. Kind of just show up kind of thing. That's kind of in my head how I see a Lamar. Also, looking at the game, like, what do you expect in a midweek? First thing, never lose a midweek game. If you're not playing another ranked team, never leak midweek games. How do you go from, if you're a bubble NCAA tournament team, how do you go from in and out? Bleeding in the midweek. How do you go from being a 2 seed to hosting? Bleeding in the midweek. Midweek is so undervalued and underrated in your season. Because when the committee has to start who is 13 seed, who is the 23 seed, just look at blood in the midweek. And if you're not scheduling up and it's a rough test, you need perfection in the midweek. Take care of your business in the midweek. And midweek's supposed to be getting ABs for players that might help you in the weekend. Develop your pitching staff for pitchers that everybody wears down, that might have to step into conference play at some point. So there's supposed to be higher goals than just win, but there's no, and it's dumb to say it like this, but there's no higher priority in the midweek. You have to do that first. How many teams have 4 pitchers, let alone 3 for a whole weekend rotation? But priority 1 is midweek, and then it's development, whether it's for the future or, as we know, people get hurt, people wear down, trying to get through a conference grind. People are going to have to step up and into weekend play. For Aggie Baseball, all the way into their second non-con midweek game, health. How's Harkopian? How's Caden Sorrell? Health. That's my question. I don't know about you, but that's the biggie for me right now. I want to see, obviously, if any of them need any more, even for a second of rest. That's the answer, correct? I mean, it's not even a question I'm asking, but health. If they're healthy enough to start in the midweek, they're healthy. If, like Harkopian 3-4, would this be his 5th straight game? I'd like to see him healthy enough to start and play. I'd like to see Caden Sorrell. I don't expect Sorrell to play, but we'll see. Health. This upcoming weekend when they go to Globe Life, you'd like to see them at full strength. TBD as far as the health goes. So for me in the midweek, A, just win, baby. B, health. That would be what I'm looking for tonight. And Gavin Lyons continue to be strong in the midweek. If you have a midweek guy who can give you 5 strong, not just 5 innings and 4 runs, but 5 strong every Tuesday, I think you're good. And that's what I'm looking for. 979-693-1150. Some text messages are rolling in. I'm going to bring this one back up when Logan Lee joins me, and Logan's about 3-4 minutes away. Louie, David, class of 81. So are we on an 8 or 10 on net rankings for NCAA tournament? Question mark. Do we need to win at least 1 or 2 more games to lock in? Question mark. Do SEC tournament wins count too? Question mark. Lenardi has A&M at a 9. A&M needs to win 2 more games to lock in. SEC tournament wins allegedly count, but you wouldn't believe it from the committee. There's your answers, David. I will ask Logan those too. Mike from Deer Park texted, Louie, I got full-size bats at Astros Colt 45 games, still have them. You know, Mike from Deer Park, I didn't get anything from Colt 45 games because that's about a step and a half before my time. I did get full-size bats at Astros games. Now I believe they can't do that, or you have to pick them up after the game because, people have to be people, right? Those are the good old days. I love those. 150 cowboy hats for an Aggie baseball crowd? Not a lot of hats. 979-693-1150. 979-693-1150. There's a lot more Maroon and White Notebook. And I'm telling you, pretty much the entire day today on the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric, is Maroon and White Day. Bucky McMillan listening, 12:35. Aggie football, a thought or two at 12 o'clock. Olin Buchanan on the D4 Land Services hotline at 1 o'clock. Logan Lee in about 4 minutes. So there's a lot of Aggie thoughts, football, softball, basketball, baseball. It's that time of the year, everybody. We can all kind of celebrate together. I do have an Aggie baseball question, very base, but 7-0. Any thoughts starting to form? I know, 2 weeks. Quality of opponents, very hard to shift your opening thoughts before this game started. But any shift? Starting to feel better? Starting to get fired up? Or you're still waiting and seeing? Where have you moved to or not moved at all, I guess? I'm always fired up for Aggie baseball. Not leaking wins is a sign of a good team. They didn't leak wins. They could have lost 2 games to Penn, if we're being honest with each other, but didn't. That's kind of the key to the storyline. When we come back, come on, Logan Lee time. We'll talk some Bucky ball. The 2-0 week last week, the 4 games remaining, and more. This is the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric, Tuesday on the Zone.
Visit the Pod Center at zone1150.com and find every hour of every day of your favorite shows. Download or subscribe.
It is the Louie Bellina Show from inside the Charles Schwab studio. It is the Tuesday edition. Tuesday is right about 11:20, joined by Logan Lee. He played basketball at A&M. He played basketball at A&M. He coached at A&M in Kentucky. And Tuesdays, right about 11:20, joins me again inside the Charles Schwab studio. How you doing, brother?
I am doing excellent, Lou. How are you?
Isn't it amazing how much easier it is to breathe now when you're on a 2-game win streak versus a 4-game losing streak?
I didn't know where you're going. I thought you were talking about because I got here early and I took the stairs and now I'm already caught my breath.
On that note,
and
watching you not trying to race up the stairs and you walk in the studio and I'm not sitting there with 911 on my fingertips. Yeah, that makes it easier for me to breathe too. I wasn't going that direction.
You said, isn't it easier to breathe? And I was like, yes, I took my time and I'm good. But yes, you were right. 1,000% easier to take a deep breath and exhale without worrying, man, is this going to collapse? Is it where are they at? What's the next step in Bucky ball? How are they
going to
doing?
Survive? Are they gonna...
Exactly. Is their mental state okay? Is their physical state okay? Hey, everything's good. They had a little slip up. They played some good basketball teams. Now they are back on track and Lou, they've won more games already than you and I both thought they were going to win this season in conference play.
You picked 4 and 14.
I picked 8. Thank you very much.
Logan, you can't round up now.
You're right. You may have picked 9, so they haven't gone past yours yet, but they definitely are a game past mine because I thought they would go 8 and 10.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Play it back.
Hey, Logan, what do you think A&M's going to go? Well, Lou, I think they're going to go 4 and 18. All right. Thank you, Logan.
Wow. Okay.
So we just heard the tape back.
We know theater wasn't in your past.
I was not a theater kid.
But it's I like not just the fact that they are on a 2-game win streak, but I like the fact that even though their offense was struggling at times, their defense has not given up. And if you look at the way that they are playing defense, they are taking their opponents out of any type of semblance of their own offense, of their opponent's offense. So to get the ball out of your point guard's hand, most teams, if the point guard doesn't have the ball crossing half court, their offense doesn't start correctly. If you look at what A&M does, rarely does the point guard even touch the ball in the first 2 passes in the front court. And so A&M has already taken its opponents out of the game, out of the offensive set from the very beginning. And then from that point, it's just defensive principles. You understand your personnel and what that guy, the guy that you're guarding, the guy that you are in front of wants to do. Do they like going right? Force them left. Not let them go to the middle. Where's your help side? And I think that's what I missed. I didn't understand with Buckyball coming in. Everybody thought, hey, they're going to score 100 points and they're going to play fast. But no one read, and they're going to press full court. But no one really understands the intricacies of this defense and what they're trying to do. And it has been astounding, and it's been amazing to watch. It's been really fun. You don't think of this team as a defensive prowess. You want to think of them as, well, they're firing up shots, and they're getting a lot, and they're making a lot. Well, yeah, they do that. But this defense is kind of where it starts.
Yeah. Look, in all their big wins, like the Auburn win at the time, right? And other wins they've had this year, the defense actually fueled the way in all the key wins in the season during the 7-1 start. It was always defense.
Yeah, you go whatever it was.
When they went on that one run where they scored like 11 points, 12 points in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was forced turnover, hit a 3. Forced turnover, hit a 3. Forced a turnover, hit a 2, and none of those points they score happen without the forced turnover first, actually.
Absolutely, and that's
where the mo came from.
And that's where you really don't. I never thought of it that way. I thought of it as get the ball out of the bucket, push the ball up the court, score faster than your opponent.
But one thing though, I'll say about the D, they have some breakdowns sometimes.
For sure, absolutely.
That make zero sense. Like, there's 2 guys back, and one pass beats both of them for dunks and layups.
So do you think that is personnel? Or do you think that is because they are a little
bad
tired?
Fundamentals. No, bad fundamentals. You're the guy back, and if you're backpedaling and a guy's coming at you, you're beat once you're even. It's bad fundamentals.
I think it's a little of both. I think it's a little. It's a little.
Watching some of the players try and block out makes my eyes bleed.
I mean, but Lou, they're 6 inches shorter at every position.
That's why you got to elbow them right in the spot, right underneath the rib cage.
Okay, I understand that. I get it. Not saying that I wouldn't have done it if I were in the game, but the fact that when it is a 3-on-2 or whatever, and it's 3 opponents on offense and 2 Aggies on defense, they are in those situations seldom, and they don't practice that a lot because the defense should be rotating at some point. There should be either a trap that slows the ball down or somebody getting back. And so it's just people that are out of position. And I would say that maybe 20% of the time it's just because they're tired right now.
All right now. Yeah, okay, sure. No, there's no doubt that they're slower. That's the grind.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question about that for you.
Fire away.
You played, you coached, right? You don't stay tired, though, right? You break through the other side of the wall. You don't stay tired for the rest of the year, do you?
It depends.
Okay.
I don't think this team will. I think if anybody watched the last 10 minutes of the last 2 games, A&M looked better. They looked more equipped. They looked more energized, and I think that's because Bucky and his staff are doing it correctly in that they're not practicing 2 hours on the court, full up and down. We're pressing, we're working on everything. It is, hey, we're going to go hard for 45 minutes. Hey, we're going to watch a lot of film, and then we're going to implement the film on the court in a walkthrough, going over it, understanding it, figuring out where we're supposed to be. And then we're going to go hard for 15 minutes of practicing what we just learned. And then we're going to get some shots up. Then we're going to get our legs moving. And then we're going to move on. You know, Gillespie, we're working out 4 hours a day. and you better be ready to go.
Yeah, but y'all moved so slow it didn't matter.
But we didn't move slow. Like we were physical.
Didn't y'all have the slowest pace of play of any team in
D1? We just didn't score a lot of buckets because we did.
Didn't y'all have the slowest pace of play, time of possession?
Possibly. I mean, we won games in the 40s and 50s.
Right.
We had to be at some point slow. We didn't press a ton. But you see against Memphis, AC misses a layup. Joe misses a layup in the full court. We miss blockouts on offensive rebounds on the last play of the game, and we were worn out, exhausted. Not making excuses. We should have fought through it. We were mentally prepared to fight through those things, and sometimes you just have laps, and that's what happened. But I think these guys, yes, they will be tired, but it's also that adrenaline that is going to continue to push them through. And I'm sure at any point in the game, Bucky can call a timeout and say, we're built for this. This is what we're prepared for. This is what we play for. Go out there and win this possession, win these next 2 possessions. And he'll say that in his own words, and it will make them want to run through a wall for the next 2 possessions. And then when you win those 2 possessions, all of a sudden, you feel better. You're not
magically, right? Magically,
you're not as tired.
Magically,
yeah, absolutely. And so I think there are ways that this coaching staff is doing it correctly, and I think you'll see that down the road. Arkansas is going to be tough, though.
Well,
I don't know if you want to talk about Arkansas yet, but man, they're going to be tough.
I'll tell you what. Let's take a quick timeout. Come back. We'll do Arkansas.
Absolutely,
and more. Is Texas like on Saturday? I hear that's the room on the street.
No, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric, built on faith, family, and community. And Tuesdays, 11:20, Logan Lee joins me inside the Charles Schwab studio. If you have a question for Logan, because why ask me if Logan's here? Text 979-693-1150. The guy that picked them to go 4-14. 979-693-1150. It's the Louie Bellina Show, Tuesday on The Zone.
You're listening to Bryan College Station's home for Aggie Baseball, the Astros, and the Bombers. The Zone. 1150 AM and 93.7 FM.
It is the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric, Tuesday edition. Joined again, Charles Schwab studio, Logan Lee. We're talking buckyball. And I do have to do a disclaimer. Logan did not pick Aggie basketball to go 4-14, okay? There's people that this might be their first day hanging out on the Louie Bellina Show, which, hi, hello, and welcome. And now they're thinking Logan Lee's a bad ag and he betrayed buckyball and how dare he think these things and not understanding. And
I like your disclaimer, Lou. I didn't think you were going to go with that. I thought we were just going to let it roll.
No, I don't want people walking around with misperceptions and destroying the good name of Logan Lee. Former player at A&M, former coach at A&M in Kentucky. He did say 8-10. And you know, one of the odder things, I remember, going back to what you said, like pre all of it starting, is the expectation was there were going to be nights where it just didn't happen.
Yep.
There's 2 nights where it didn't happen. And we don't even know if it didn't happen or their team was just that good. Like Florida, we don't know if buckyball didn't happen. Florida's just good.
Florida's really good. And I think it was a combination. Buckyball didn't happen that night, but Florida also forced some of that too.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
See, but it was supposed to be more frequent than 2.
Yeah.
The consistency of their performance has been rather amazing.
I would like to see A&M go back to Gallagher-Iba Arena and play Oklahoma State and see what happens. I talked about that
yesterday.
You did?
I'd take them right now. I'd take them double digits. I'd take them easy.
Yeah, I would like to see that because A&M, one, was not prepared just because the system wasn't in place. It's a brand new team. And, some insight. I was talking to some of the guys on staff, and even about Oklahoma State, Oklahoma State came up, and even they said some of the suggestions or recommendations that we were given to Bucky, we would never say that right now because our team is so different and our thought process is so different, and we are in such a different place that if we go back and look at the suggestions or the things that we were saying to Bucky, we had to say that at the time because we didn't have anything else. But
it's the best you had.
Yeah, but now we would never say some of the things that we thought we were saying back then. And that's just in...
And don't schedule 3 games in 5 days at the start of buckyball.
But that's how much growth and development has happened in, 2 months? 3 months? That's great. It's fantastic to see.
The Aggie basketball season is down to 4 games.
Uh-oh.
According to Ken Palm, the Aggies going to win 3 of them. It's just not Arkansas. According to Ken Palm, the Aggies will lose by 8 in Fayetteville, beat Texas by 2, Kentucky by 2, and LSU by 1. And the Aggies will go 3-1 down the stretch.
I would love to see 3-1 down the stretch.
We all would.
I think, and actually, an 8-point dog is not as bad as I thought people would be saying. I think A&M has a better chance than what most people will give them to not only be better than an 8-point dog, but to possibly win the game. A handful of reasons. Arkansas plays Florida next. So it's nature to look at the number 1 team ahead of time. 2, when you look at who has Arkansas lost to? They lost to Georgia. They lost to somebody else. I don't remember who it was. Georgia plays very similar style. Not as much pressure on defense, not as fast, but similar. And Georgia did a great job against Arkansas. I wonder how they're going to defend the Razorbacks in Fayetteville. Are they going to take the top guy out and focus on him? Or are they going to let him get his and take everybody else out? I don't know how this defense works. I'm really interested to see, but I think A&M has a legit shot to get an upset.
There's no reason not to. Look, Arkansas is not invincible. Arkansas is not some top 5 team in the past. Arkansas is not this team you can't beat. It's just you're the underdog, but you're not a 15-point, 20-point underdog.
That's the thing.
A&M can beat Arkansas. Here's the problem: you can't do it by playing 30 minutes, though.
Oh, for sure. You can't do it by playing 35 minutes against Arkansas in Bud Walton Arena. Holy cow!
Has not looked like a team that can play for 40 minutes in over a month and a half. Even in their 2-0 week last week, they didn't look like they were playing. They could play 40 minutes. So they haven't shown you a reason why they can beat Arkansas in a month and a half.
I think they've done enough to not be 1,000% shocked that they go up and win. But I agree that they haven't been consistent enough to say, yeah, it's a...
Like they beat OU, never trailed, only had 2 players in double figures. That they built an 11-point lead, and then over the last 5 minutes tried everything that could to lose the game. I mean,
not everything.
Ole Miss was a little bit of a miracle comeback.
Man, that was fun to watch, though.
It was
fun to watch.
So,
Arkansas just has, man, they got guys that can score. They've got guys that can defend. They just do a really good job playing basketball.
By the way, I'm not complaining about the wins.
Their style of basketball.
I'm not complaining about the wins. I think I've said this like 10 times. You're at the point and time of the year, it don't matter the how. There are style points. Nobody cares. I don't care. Dubs are dubs.
Absolutely. I think that goes for the whole season this year. But man, how awesome would it be if A&M can go to Arkansas? Okay, let's say this: if A&M beats Arkansas, are they in the tournament no matter what happens in the next 3?
No.
You don't think?
No.
A 10-win conference
10
schedule.
10-8. Ooh.
10-8.
You're asking a tough question.
10-8, and then a win against Arkansas, who is
at Arkansas. Road win.
Big
and
time.
Road
place.
wins are huge for
one of the toughest facilities to play at, by the way.
You might have you know what though? Okay. If you lose to LSU, you negate a win at Arkansas. LSU is going to be a quad 3 or 4 loss.
I could probably agree with that.
Yeah, no, you can't lose to LSU.
I still think a win over Arkansas is worth more than a loss. It won't completely negate it, but it'll harm. I'm still under the impression that no matter if they get 10, 11, if they get 12 wins, then they're in. But if they get 10 or 11 wins, I still think that they need to win that first round of conference tournament.
I think if they go 2-2 and the last 2 hit 11, they're in. Period. End of conversation. And I don't care what combination of 2.
I don't know, because then if they lose in the first round, That's
11 wins.
That's a bad loss, though, because it's going to be a team that's...
It's neutral, though. And I think the committee has their board done before conference tournaments even start.
Man, you could say that, except for the fact that I know how the committee has treated Texas A&M in the past, and
pure garbage.
And if they lose in the first round, all of a sudden you're on shaky ground. I'm not saying that they would deserve to be out or that they could even justify being out. I'm just saying
SEC has
that
picked
it
up
could
11
happen.
in most of any conference.
11?
Yeah, latest bracketology.
Really?
Yeah, latest bracketology. A&M's on the 9 line.
Yeah.
They're not bubbly at all.
I'm okay with that.
They're not last 4 buys, last 4 in. And they have 11, and second place is like the Big Ten at 9. So the overall conference strength, where if you're an 11-win team from the number 1 basketball conference and you have no bad loss, which is why you got to take care of LSU, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's the committee that can do anything to him.
I hope you're right, Lou. I don't have any faith in the committee and the way they treat Texas A&M. The only thing that A&M has different from the last 20 years is buckyball. The committee and NCAA love seeing exciting brands of basketball. And they understand that Bucky and his team can bring that on any given night, and could be a Cinderella run if they get hot. They could make it to the second weekend and further.
I had never thought of that angle.
Like that's something that I truly think the committee looks at when it comes to those last tier teams, bubble teams. I think that's something, and in the last 20 years, A&M has not had a coach with an exciting brand of basketball that they can sell, and this is the first one. And we all see, we've seen over the last 2 months what the national media has done. I mean, they love, hey, this is the style of Texas A&M. This is what they do. This is their game. They force it on every broadcast, and I'm excited about it. That gets me excited. But now is the committee hearing that? Do they give us?
Do they buy the storyline?
Do they give us a little nudge because of that? I hope so.
Okay, it would be a net gain if they just don't hold something against you. They don't have to give you credit, just don't hold something against you, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. And in years past, in the last Buzz, BK, Turge, there have been some bad wins or some bad losses along the way, and that has been held again. A&M doesn't have that this year.
At this point, you just finish it. The word "finish" comes up again,
man.
And that's what LSU is. Finish. And you won't have a single bad loss on your record.
Okay, stop saying it. We've said it enough. Now we're going to jinx it.
Never have a bad loss.
Stop.
That's the only thing you can't do.
I'm turning my mics off so I can't
Texas Saturday, real quick. Home. They're quad 2 last I saw. I haven't checked this morning, and things shift, but they're quad 2?
I don't care. I don't care about quads or records or anything like that when it comes to rivalry games. Anything can happen, and the Aggies better come prepared on Saturday, because Texas is going to come prepared. They want that and who would have ever thought that with 3 games left in the conference play that A&M would be a resume builder for Texas this season. Now, I'm not talking about next season or anything or last season or anything like that. I'm talking about this season, expectations coming into this season with 3 games left in conference play that Texas would need to beat Texas A&M for a resume builder.
Well, Texas' remaining schedule, I don't have it all memorized, pretty brutal. And A&M is, I think they got OU too, but is one of the wins they're going to need.
Yeah.
They need to win Saturday, okay? That's a dub they need at this point.
Squash their hopes and dreams.
Or they can slide closer to the bubble themselves.
Good. Take them to the woodshed.
Easy. Logan don't get this fired up that often.
Well, we don't play Baylor anymore, so.
So what's your gut telling you, the record on those Final Four games?
Probably 2-2,
which I think is enough. I get what you're saying. You want to be safely in, no thoughts, no consideration, no conversation, just done, And at 12 wins, oh yeah, at 12 wins, we're just planning our watch party plans. We're not even thinking at that point about what's going on with Aggie basketball. I mean, I get it. I mean, see, I can't argue with that at all. If they get to 12 wins, it's watch party. We don't need a committee.
God, what if they go 3-1? That'd be fantastic.
3
What if they go 3-1?
7 seed? Wait, right now they're at 9 wins. I'd put them at 12. No, they'd be 8. They'd still be 8.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
That non-conference net's not going to help you.
I don't care. I just want to.
Hey, how about they do it and we find out?
What if they go 4-0? Lou.
Okay, if
I
they
changed my mind. They're going 4-0.
Well, you saw Bucky at his media day yesterday. Kind of told the
4-0
team with 6 games left, you have to win 6 games to win the NCAA tournament, and I want to treat these 6 games as the NCAA tournament. That was his challenge to them, and I kind of love everything about that philosophy. Let's win 6 straight to end the year.
Look, that guy he's a ball coach. He can coach, and he's a motivator. He's just got it right now. He has it. He's
locked in.
Yeah. 6-0.
Logan
6-0, 4-0 with the remaining games. Mark it down. You can bet your house on it.
That's
your
the
house,
Logan.
not
That's
not
the Logan
my house.
I know.
Not
That's the
my
Logan I
house.
know.
Bet your house.
No, your house. Trust me, my house won't get you much back. That's the Logan I know, brother. We'll talk next Tuesday, and we'll guess what? Final week.
Yeah, man.
We'll be wrapped. The March to March will begin.
I'm here for it.
Later, brother.
See you, Lou.
Logan Lee joining me. I'm Louie Bellina inside the Charles Schwab studio. It's a Tuesday thing here on The Zone, here on the Louie Bellina Show.
The money machine is open now. Two ways to enter each week.
Oh, come on. Don't keep us in suspense.
Zone1150.com and the Zone newsletter.
Thank you.
The Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric. The Louie Bellina Show, Tuesday. Still to come, 12:35, a listen in. Bucky McMillan, he's going to preview Arkansas Wednesday night, Fayetteville. 1 o'clock, Olin Buchanan on the D4 Land Services Hotline. 1:50, Community Spotlight, Brazos Valley Food Bank. And today and every day this week, we'll register another person. There'll be a finalist. You'll have a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Creed at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And that is thanks to Grocholski Sausage Company. Each day, I'll throw up the bat signal. Maybe you'll text in. Maybe you'll call in. I kind of mix it up as we go along. Today, it'll be call, not now. Grocholski Sausage Company with 2 locations. 1 South Main Street, Bremond. 1 South Main Street, Calvert. Just listen in. It's going to happen before 2 o'clock. One last reminder, and Louie's talking to this, Louie's talking to that. 979-693-1150. 979-693-1150. You can text me your questions, comments, opinions. 979-693-1150. 979-693-1150. Light up the Texas Mobile One Lube Express inbox. A lot of different text messages today. They have been all over the place, and it's been quite fun. Buckyball on people's mind. People want their Aggie cowboy hats. I mean, who doesn't? And more. Lifestyles portion of the Louie Bellina Show. I wanted to enter, but we don't have enough time, and we've got Florida man. We got stupid criminals, and a dumb crook tried to steal a van, but accidentally locked himself inside. A guy drove to a police station to pay an open container fine and got a DUI. A 25-year-old guy in Montana drove to the police station and showed up drunk. So he got a DUI. He was 3 times the legal limit. And I get it. When you're drunk, to say what was he thinking, the answer obviously is he was not. But man, there's just dumb out there in the world, and there's nothing pay a fine. Let's be 3 times the legal limit and get even more fines and tickets. I'll be right back. Aggie football, 12 o'clock. Some news notes and a first big thing.